They could get me away from stand-up for a while, perhaps, if they said, "There's this wonderful movie role. You co-star, big money, great script. You play a priest, and you get to strangle 6 children. Not all in one burst, either, in 6 separate scenes, with 6 different techniques of strangulation." I'd give up a month or 2 for that. Which brings us to Shining Time Station. Shining Time Station was presented to me as an acting opportunity. At that point, Jerry and I were characterizing the kind of role I wanted as something where my eyes bulged out. I walked away from a lot of stuff because I was looking for somewhere to really stretch my eyeballs. But when the Shining Time lady, Britt Allcroft, a wonderful, creative, concerned woman, came to me about her project, I thought, hey, here's a chance to show something quite different, a side that's gentle, childlike. Plus, I took the place of Ringo Starr, who did the first season, so that made me the anti-Pete Best. It won me a whole new generation of admirers who knew nothing about George Carlin except that he was a little man in a little blue suit. When I ran into one of these kids at the airport and the parents would say, that's him, go over and say hello," the child was always completely fucking traumatized. I was out of uniform and way too big. I had to say gently, "I'm not on the island of Sodor. I'm not working today, but I am Mr. Conductor." Then that wonderful look would come on the child's face. What the fuck is going on? Now, 10 or 15 years later, some of Mr. Conductor's little fans are beginning to show up at my concerts and HBO shows to complete their education. Once, while Britt and I were talking about the show, she pointed out how the characters in Shining Time Station, Schemer, Stacy Jones, Bill Two Feathers, offered a combination of nurturing, freedom, lesson learning, chaos. Mr. Conductor didn't quite fit into any of those roles, but could be part of any of them, even chaos in his evil twin. None of them explained why he was so fascinating to children. That's what I'm about to do, so pay attention. When we're in the womb, we're in the oceanic state. We are completely part of nature. We are attached to nature, literally, physically. Everything comes through tubes. You don't have to do a goddamn thing. Everything's cool. You are at one. You are in union with nature. Then you get torn out of this fucking place, and there's pain and screaming, and the violence starts. The slapping on the ass, the acid wash, the circumcision. You're out of there, not attached, not cool, not at one with anything, and individuation starts. You are Johnny Phillips, and you are going to be a lawyer, and you're going to be just like your father, and you've got red hair, and you're going to have a temper, and a whole bunch of other shit will be true of you. You better shape up and have a goal and work for it and achieve things. Union is over. The rest of your life is spent yearning for reunion, to join the one again. We look for it and dream of finding it, but in all the wrong places, in religion, in sex, in success. Back to Mr. Conductor, I said to Britt, he's got 2 things combined. He's small like a child, he's childlike like a child, but he's fully developed like an adult, and he's wise like an adult. These things are joined, so there's a unity in him that is complete. I think he's fascinating to children because he's got the things children need from adults, experience and information, and gold dust. At the same time, he's totally unthreatening. He's even smaller and more powerless than they are. He's a baby adult. I loved doing Shining Time Station, but part of it was I also liked presenting a moving target. I liked the idea of people saying, well, that's nice. Now he's on Shining Time Station educating 2-year-olds. Hey, but doesn't he say cocksucker? And the virgin's bleeding from her cunt? Yeah, keeping them a bit off guard. And being on the series gave me a great line for the '99 HBO show. You are all diseased. It was a reprise of riffs I'd been doing for some time about child worship in America.
Something else I'm getting tired of is all this stupid bullshit we have to listen to all the time about children. It's all you hear in this country. Children, help the children. What about the children? Save the children. You know what I say? Fuck the children. Fuck them. They're getting entirely too much attention. And I know what you're thinking. You say, Jesus, he's not going to attack children, is he? Yes, he is. He's going to attack children. And remember, this is Mr. Conductor talking. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.